With my name in your mouth, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
It's one of them ones, man. We just in the car, man. It's like
The NFL on EA Sports has moved across the Atlantic to the capital city of London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in England. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. This is intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he stopped immediately there. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here's Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run. It's Gurley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the 1st down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Hey, 18. Sit up. 180.
Trubisky now down around his goal line. And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
12.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
4 down.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Gurley. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Value 1. Super 1.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Throwing here, Trubisky. And it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sims. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Hey, 18. 58, boys, 58.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Trubisky going to take it on the sneak.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a 1st down.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 27 yards, and the Bears are in for 6. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Louis.
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out.
Here we go.
Now Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Louis.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. They'll roll him out right. Right side complete. That's Woods. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gurley. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll run it here. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On first and goal, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's first and 5.
Super one.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 22.
Red, top. Top. 180.
Now it's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the free safety LaMarcus Joyner that time, able to make the play.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
180. Red, top.
2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They try right side here, Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Goff now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley as the first half is winding down. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This is fielded at the goal line. Spins by. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And down he'll go at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but Can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, able to avoid him. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They run with Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Trubisky to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And Robinson with a big catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Okay, just like that. Starting left here. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Cornell. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Trubisky will throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Well, they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead?
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Again, they run with Gurley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long.
18.
Now Trubisky. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Ndamukong Suh getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by John Johnson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it. But the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 73 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Hands up. Watch tight. Tight is right. Stop. Right 80. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Hands up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll make it third down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a handoff for Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Another carry now for Gurley. and able to work his way down to the 16. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say cheerio from London.